Sorry, don't do mythological creatures.
Philippine folklore is a treasure trove of strange mythical creatures that have stood the test of time. Just mention the names Aswang, Encanto, Capre, Tikbalang, or Tiyanak and you'll get most Filipinos, especially the young ones, turning into scaredy cats. But before old school horror stories scare the living daylights out of you, let's take a look on 5 mythical creatures in Philippine mythology that you might never heard of. Amomongo.
Bigfoot.
Nope.
Amomongo is a hairy white ape that allegedly lives in a cave at the base of Mount Canlaon, Negros Occidental. Using its long sharp nails, this Negros ape disembowels its victims, mostly chicken, goats, and other small animals, and eats their intestines. On average, it stands 5 feet and 4 inches tall
Standard height.
and described by most cryptozoologists as reclusive. On June 9 and 10 of 2008, the closest Amomongo encounter yet happened when Elias Galvez and Salvador Aguilar, 2 residents of Barangay Sag-ang, La Castellana, Negros Occidental, were allegedly attacked by a hairy creature with long nails. Just like in the case of the widely popular Bigfoot, the existence of Amomongo is still shrouded in mystery. Some experts say that Amomongo is an albino gorilla but with no species of ape native to the Philippines. It's harder to confirm, let alone believe, that Beast's real identity.
It's just a story, okay? He's not real.
Bakunawa.
A dragon? That's not just a dragon.
Bakunawa is another mythical giant that brings with a fascinating glimpse of how our ancestors dealt with natural phenomena. Hailed as the god of the underworld, Bakunawa is a half-dragon, half-snake that allegedly appears once or twice in a man's lifetime to bring eclipse. Legend has it that this giant sea serpent was enamored by the beauty of the 7 moons we had back then. The Bakunawa swallowed the moon and brought darkness on the face of the earth.
Darkness rises.
But Hala then asked the people to make improvised noise using pots and pans to disturb the sea monster. As a result, Bakunawa was frightened enough to spit out the moon and never return again. Bakunawa's origins can be traced back to Hiligaynon folklore, which described his mythical creature as a giant sea serpent, blessed with a mouth the size of lake, a red tongue, whiskers, gills, small wires at its sides, and 2 sets of wings.
There's someone on the way. Something.
Ani Ani.
Rustling and squealing in the night as they too died.
A fusion of Aswang and Capre, this mysterious night creature is relatively unknown in the Philippine folklore. According to legends, Ani Ani is a humanoid that stands about 8 feet tall and emits a strong goat-like smell. Just like the Aswang or vampire, Ani Ani also possesses the power of shape-shifting.
There's a shape-shifting troll witch!
The thing that sets Ani Ani apart from the Aswang is its diet. They don't suck blood. Instead, Ani Ani are most known to block the path of walking travelers and usually seen smoking while sitting on a large tree branch.
Do you smell any smoke?
Berberoka.
An ogre!
More popular in the remote areas of Abra, Apayao, and Ilocos Norte, this freshwater ogre uses deceptive tactics to catch its prey. Berberoka sucks water from swamps or lakes until a school of fish is evident in its surface. The victims, mostly fishermen, will then be lured by the evil's trap.
You're all going to die in my trap!
Berberoka uses the same water it sucked previously to drown and eat the helpless victims. This frightening creature is Philippines' counterpart of the Greek Naiad, a female spirit who inhabited streams, brooks, wells, and other bodies of fresh water. The graphic novel Mga Tambay sa Tabi-Tabi reveals that despite its terrifying reputation, Berberoka has an unusual fear of crabs.
Holy crap!
Pasatsat.
They're ghosts.
Pasatsats are the ghosts of those who died or killed during the Japanese occupation. Poor townspeople of this war era could not afford to buy a coffin, so they used pamalisan or reed mat to cover the dead. And because unscrupulous men at that time desecrate the graves to get gold, shirts, and other loots, most people were forced to bury their loved ones in places other than the cemetery.
Remove one body from a cemetery, it's still a cemetery, but a cemetery with no bodies.
Now, this is probably where the tortured ghost started to emerge. The name Pasatsat actually came from the Pangasinense term satsat, which means to stab. Pasatsats usually show their ghastly form to some random passerby on the street. In order to get rid of the ghost, the person who saw it will be required to stab, hence the name. The pamalisan covering the corpse. Mysteriously, this exposes not the actual human remains, but a nauseous odor that will make anyone puke.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Love some more scary stories about the Philippines? What are you waiting for? Just click the subscribe button and ring that bell so you'll never miss out.